What's up guys, my name is Brock, you're watching The Modest Man. Today we're talking about 5 grooming mistakes that are easily avoided, but that a lot of guys are still making. Alright, before we get into it, quick thanks to Aqua Velva for supporting The Modest Man and making what I do possible by sponsoring this video. They sent me some of their new sensitive 5-in-1 aftershave balm to try out. And I think it's a great product if you want to save some time and money and, you know, get your aftershave and your moisturizer all at the same time in one product. So this stuff doesn't burn, it provides all-day moisture, helps prevent bumps after shaving, soothes redness, and helps fight ingrown hairs. My favorite part about it is the moisturizer. You know, I love moisturizing at least once a day, especially after a shower or a shave, and I love the scent. It's pretty mild, but it's very manly, very masculine, very fresh, and it kind of reminds me of, like, you know, trips to the barber shop with my grandpa as a little kid. So very nice scent. You know, if you're looking for a good all-in-one product for after showering or shaving, definitely check this stuff out. All right, as you can see, I'm in need of a shave and a shower, but the first mistake I want to talk about has nothing to do with shaving or showering. It's actually about your teeth. So mistake number 1 is not brushing your teeth often enough or at the right times. Now, I hear what you're saying. Think, oh, this is such basic advice. I already brush my teeth. You know, I wake up in the morning and at night before I go to bed. That's a good start, but unfortunately, it's not enough. So the times when you want to brush your teeth are after you consume staining liquids or foods. So for example, I just drank a cup of coffee. I'm gonna brush my teeth right after I finish that cup of coffee so it doesn't sit on my teeth and stain it. And you can see my teeth are pretty white. You know, and I make sure to brush my teeth anytime I drink or eat anything that could stain them, like coffee or red wine. Now this doesn't have to be like a full-fledged 2-minute brush floss session. You can just do a quick 30-second brush to freshen up your mouth and remove any staining liquids from the surface of your actual teeth, and that way your teeth will stay nice and bright and white for as long as possible. And as an added bonus, don't forget to brush your tongue, okay? Like especially after you drink coffee, a lot of that coffee breath is actually coming from your tongue. So when you do brush your teeth after you drink coffee, make sure to get your tongue too. The second mistake is using shampoo too often and using too much of it. So shampoo strips your hair of its natural oils, especially the cheap stuff that you find in the grocery store. It's filled with harsh chemicals, and you really don't need it to keep your hair clean. So you know, when you use shampoo, your hair feels all fluffy and light. It's actually not a good thing. So try shampooing every other day if you normally shampoo every day. And when you do use shampoo, try using less of it, like a dime-size amount instead of a quarter-size amount. So tip number 2, shampoo less frequently, and when you do, use less of it. All right, the third mistake is not using face moisturizer immediately after your shower and or shave. This is when your skin is still soft and damp and the most receptive to moisturizer. So you don't need as much of it if you use it before it dries out and tightens up. So when you get out of the shower, when you finish your shave and you splash your face, just pat your face dry, towel dry it, and then immediately apply moisturizer. Obviously, if you use aftershave, you also want to apply that directly after you're done shaving, hence the name. Or you can save some time, kill 2 birds with 1 stone by using a combination moisturizer aftershave like this 5-in-1 aftershave balm from Aqua Velva. So while my skin is still nice and damp and soft, and sensitive to moisturizer and aftershave, I'm using it all over my face and neck. And of course, since it's Aqua Velva, it's got that classic, nice, mild, masculine scent. All right, mistake number 4 is applying product to your hair while it's still wet. Now, unless you're using a specific product and really going for that, you know, shiny, wet, slick back sort of look, you almost never want to apply product to your hair when it's still wet. You want to either towel dry it if it's short enough to towel dry, or blow dry it if it's too long, or just let it air dry. Okay, but especially if you're using like a putty or a clay or a wax or something, you know, most of these products have a matte finish and they're meant to be applied to either damp or completely dry hair. So for me, with my hair at this length, I'm gonna towel dry it and get pretty much all the bulk and all the moisture out of it. All right, now that my hair is pretty much dry, Now I can take a little bit of product and work it in nicely. And this is a paste that has a matte finish, and it's really meant to go into dry hair. I don't want my hair to look wet all day. All right, and the fifth grooming mistake that men make is using deodorant that's just overpowering, that has too strong of a fragrance. And listen, I like Old Spice swagger as much as the next guy. I love browsing that grooming aisle at the grocery store and smelling all the new deodorants. But if you want to be a little more intentional about the way you smell, if you want people to smell another fragrance that you're wearing, like your aftershave or like a cologne, then I recommend going with an unscented, fragrance-free deodorant antiperspirant. That way you can still have the protection against the sweat and against smelling bad, but you know, you can let other scents shine through and not be either overcrowded or just conflicted with your deodorant fragrance. So I like this stuff from Mitchum, but you know, really any unscented deodorant or antiperspirant of your choice will do. All right, so there you have it. Those are my 5 top grooming mistakes that are easily avoided, but that I still see a lot of guys making. And my challenge for you is, you know, pick one of them that maybe you hadn't thought about or that you might be making, and just focus on it this week. Play with it, experiment with it, see if you can improve in one small way. Big thanks again to Aquavelva for supporting the Modest Man, making what I do possible by sponsoring this video. If you're looking for an affordable aftershave / moisturizer, kind of all-in-one product, that has a really, really nice fragrance to it, definitely check out this Aquavelva Sensitive 5-in-1 Aftershave Balm. Alright guys, if you have any questions about this stuff, any tips of your own, please leave a comment down below. I love hearing from you. And until next time, stay stylish.